What up, y'all? It's Uncle Chrissy. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Hope you are liking the morning format. I'm trying to get these out a little bit early for everybody so that way you have some time to digest it. If there is any drops going on that day, like happened yesterday. So I'm going to jump right into it. Yesterday, the Jordan Reserve. Yeah, I know it wasn't nothing special. It wasn't the shock drop that anybody wanted to see. We got the Gratitudes, we got Neapolitans, and we got the Cherry 12s. I got the information pretty early. I put it out on here that I was going to have between 10 and 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. My bad. I got my signals mixed up, and it was actually 10 to 10:30 Pacific time. So sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully you saw I put it out on Twitter. Definitely drop me a follow on there. It's at Uncle_Chrissy. I can get information out a lot faster. This is just something quick, a little time change like that. I can get it out a lot faster on Twitter than I can on YouTube. So I did what I could to put a comment in for everybody that tuned in yesterday. But please drop me a follow on Twitter. I get that information out a lot faster over there. Second off, we had another big announcement yesterday with the Kith Loyalty program. I am extremely excited. The internet is going absolutely bananas for this right now. Everybody seems to be in love with the program. Obviously, Kith, one of the biggest boutique retailers in the world. Ronnie Feig is the undisputed king of the collab. Put together works on everything from sneakers to BMWs to Bose headphones just the other day, and pretty much everything in between. So they launched their loyalty program, announced it yesterday. It launches officially today in the app only. If you don't have the Kith app, jump on there right now and start creating yourself an account. Honestly, I gotta try to be objective. I love Kith, no question about it. I've written a lot of blogs about them. If you don't know much about them, I put a link to a couple blogs to tell you their backstory down in the description here. Definitely do me a favor and give those a read if you got 10 minutes. But what is beautiful about this loyalty program is this tiered system. You know, you spend a bunch of money, you get one tier, next tier, highest tier. But what's beautiful about it is that they've actually went back for 12 years, the entire history of the company, and consolidated everybody's order history and already added it to their profiles, to their existing profiles. That's kind of unheard of. Most brands start a new loyalty program, everybody starts at ground zero, and it's what have you done for me lately? That is not the case. They went back 12 years and put everybody's information, all their dollars spent, coordinated everything. So when their program officially launches tomorrow, you could already be in the top tier, which is 10,000 points. You got to spend a lot of money to get there. But it's beautiful to see that they're actually rewarding those that have been with them since day one. It's awesome. I love to see it. Props to Kith for putting this thing together. It really, really is a nice program. So like I said, it's got 3 tiers, and it's really nice because each tier has access to different things. You know, obviously the higher up you get, the more perks you're going to get. But every single tier, 1, 2, and 3, has their own exclusive collection. So it's Kith branded gear, whether it's going to be sneakers or apparel or, you know, maybe some home goods down the line. We don't know exactly what it's going to be, but we do know that the first collection for the first tier is dropping today. So what they're putting out is a Kith Clark's 8th Street Adidas Gazelle with the crepe sole like we saw on the Sambas over the course of the past year. We recently had that Christmas pack drop, and it's nice. It's like this, it's called Molecule is the color. So each one of the tier packs corresponds with the color of the tier. So tier 1 is called Molecule. It's like a tan, beige kind of color. One of my favorite colors. So I honestly don't see myself buying the higher tier stuff. I'll probably go hard in for this one. But it's beautiful. So it's a nice Samba. It's got the crepe sole, the thick one. It's a little hard to keep clean, that crepe sole. But there's also a tee, 2 crew necks, which I'm assuming are going to be men's and women's cuts, a hoodie, as well as 2 different hats dropping. And here's the kicker. They are all made to order. They're made to order for everyone. So everyone who's in these tiers can get access to them. So if you're not on the Kith app, jump on immediately. These are going to be dropping today, probably around 11 o'clock when they do all the rest of their stuff. Let's get on to the rest of the releases we got going on up today. 10 a.m. with Nike. We got the restock and the Mac attacks. Honestly, I've never been so confused about a release method in my entire life. They started having Travis tease these, feels like years ago. He pulled up to a concert with them on, and then they dropped. I don't know what they were doing. They dropped the initial pair, then they dropped 42 different colorways, a bunch of different collabs of them, and then Travis dropped his last after the hype on him had already kind of hit the floor because they dropped so many of them and the hype really wasn't there to begin with. Maybe if they dropped the Travis first, the hype would have continued to build. You drop the first Travis, then you drop the lookalike, which is the one with the regular swoosh, the actual OG McEnroe, which is the pair that restocks today. Maybe the hype would have kept going. I don't know. But they're restocking today with 71,000 pairs on the sneakers app. Honestly, this reach of returns to me. Returns and pairs that didn't sell out that they just kept on the shelf so they can make it look good. Who knows what's going to happen with these, but if you want them, it ain't going to be hard to come by. Next up, Saturday, we got the Court Purples, the SBs. I've said this before. This is likely going to be the biggest SB dunk drop in the history of the sneakers app. There's currently, I think, 145,000 pairs loaded up on the app to drop. This is an absolutely ridiculous amount of SB dunks. Usually you get 30, 40, maybe 70, and that's a high number. Now we're getting 145 of a pair that dropped like 3 years ago. Skate shops have already done their releases. They've already done their raffles. There might still be some stragglers out there, but I don't think these are okay. I don't think these are going to be hard to hit when you compare them to Udos or when you compare them to even the Wheats a while back, because there's so many pairs. There is still really, really high demand on these. There's still going to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people going for these. So don't expect to just take a walk in the park and grab a pair of these on the sneakers app, but do expect to see a lot more success posts than you're used to seeing with these in the past. I've said it before, SB shops, your best way to go to get these. A lot of places did have CFS on these because they had so many pairs in hand, but tomorrow is the last of the drops. If you don't get them, resale market is absolutely baselined on them. You could probably get it for below retail sometime next week when the pairs ship out. After that, we got the Craft 3s. I'm sorry, not the Craft 3s. What do they call them? The Pale Ivory 3s. They might be Craft. I don't know. But the Pale Ivory 3s dropping on February 3rd. That's coming up early next week. Still haven't seen anything from JD in terms of EA. So take a look. Take a look at the app come Monday and Tuesday. I think the 3rd is like Friday or something like that. But the 29th is Monday. So Thursday, definitely take a look at the JD app every day next week. Definitely start earlier in the morning, like around 9 a.m. and check every hour on the hour. Hopefully we'll see some AI on these. I've heard that some shipments have been delayed. That's why JD's not doing these. But definitely start checking the app every day you can, and also call your local store. Sometimes when they get their shipments in late, they'll do in-hand raffles for these. They used to do that with Yeezys a lot, so it's worth checking out. Maybe you'll get lucky on these. I don't really think these are going to be too hard to secure because they're currently loaded up on the Nike app and the sneakers app for a simultaneous Leo drop. I don't get why they're doing that. I've never seen anything kind of like this where they're dropping on both apps at the same time. Usually what happens is they drop it on the sneakers app, it doesn't sell out. An hour or so later, they kick it over to the Nike app on a flow, which is first come, first serve. That happened yesterday with the Gratitudes. There was 40,000 pairs, 39,000. They loaded up, they didn't sell out. An hour or two later, they kicked them over to the Nike app and they were carting easily. So these Craft 3s are a nice shoe. Nice shoe. You got that oxidized kind of yellow that we saw on the Amamon Air 5s, that same kind of translucent age kind of effect. You got the hybrid heel tab with the Nike Air and the Jumpman, which I personally love. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. You got 118,000 pairs of these currently loaded up with Nike. And like I said, they're dropping on both apps, Nike and sneakers, simultaneously February 3rd, come 10 a.m. After that, we saw the official images of the Kobe 8s load up today, the Radiant Emerald and the Court Purple, they're calling it. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing with these pairs. You got the 8s and the 24s strewn about them. You definitely can't wear this pair in the street. I don't know how you could pull this pair off. And as far as wearing this on the court, yeah, if you're a tribute to the legend, sure. If not, if maybe you wear number 8 or 24, maybe you get lucky. Who knows? But these are penciled in for February 8th. That's a placeholder date. It's not definite just yet. As soon as I see something more definite, I'll be sure and let everybody know about that one. And then after that, we're looking at the breads. The breads are coming up on the 17th. We got a few more things going on in the first half of February, but the breads, chatter's picked up a lot. There's a lot of talk about what's going on next week. I don't have anything definite. Hopefully by Monday or so, I'll know a little bit more and I'll be able to share that with everybody so that everybody can have an equal chance of copping them. That's about it. That's all I got for now. Like I said, we do have some good things supposedly happening in February. I know New Balance has got a lot of GRs queued up. We should be seeing those Kith 1906Rs. We're going to see the trophy rooms. I believe it's on the 15th. And then we have the breads, of course, on the 17th. And hopefully everybody will probably go back to bed for that. So hopefully you get your tax returns in time. I got some money to spend on these, but that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up, let everybody get on about their day. So definitely check in at the Kith app today at 11, give or take, and then the Mac attacks at 12, core purples tomorrow. Look ahead to the threes early on next week, and then Kobe 8s probably after that, and then breads. So that's about it. You got any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you around. But please drop me a sub on here to stay in tune with these release notes, and then follow me on Twitter. It's at Uncle_Chrissy, so I can get more up to date fast breaking information out to everybody. So thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Peace.